Hi guys, Debra from Housewife Eclectic here. Today we are going to be making a couple of more fun no-carve pumpkin ideas. So give me just a couple of minutes to get some shares in and then we will get started. So today we are going to make a Pokeball and we are going to make a donut, I think. So let's see, no-carve pumpkin ideas with Debra from Housewife Eclectic. Can I spell Housewife Eclectic? It's my site. I should be able to spell it right. No, sometimes I have to like go through every little thing. Okay, couple more shares and we will get started. Sorry, I'm like dragging really bad today. We spent last night at an amusement park for my husband's work and we did not get home until really late. Eclectic. Okay. Just one or two more shares and we will be ready to go. So we are going to be making no-carve pumpkins today. I kind of have like a little series going on here of no-carve pumpkins. We've done Hedwig and Harry Potter. We've done Mickey and Minnie. We've done Elsa and Anna. Who else have we done? We've done a lot. So today we're going to kind of go a little bit more generic. Let's see how it goes. Okay, got my shares in. Let's get started. So we're gonna come over here and actually sit on the ground today because I don't know. That's what sounds comfortable. So I'm gonna set you guys down here and see if you are up high enough. Let's make you a little bit higher. So sorry if I'm making you sick. As I close your eyes. Okay, is that better? Better. You can see everything? Okay. When you hop on, let me know where you are tuning in from. I am in the Salt Lake City area of Utah. Actually, about an hour south of Salt Lake City, but I live in a teeny tiny town that no one's ever heard of. So, we don't even have a grocery store in our town, which is always surprising to people, but luckily, we have other bigger towns close to us. So we are going to be making two different pumpkins today. We are going to be making a Pokeball out of this white pumpkin here. This one just came, I think, from Walmart. Yeah, just from Walmart. It's got a tag on it. Pull the tag off. And this one, this little shorter one, I want to say it came from Target. So I've kind of made the rounds on buying pumpkins everywhere. Hi, Debra. That's actually my name. Your first time watching from Oklahoma. So super fun. I'm glad to have you with us. And Jessica from New York. Where in New York? My sister used to live in Syracuse, so we go up that area quite a bit. So let me pull this up. I gotta pull up a picture of a Pokeball so I can make it right and not. I'm just gonna put it on my computer behind me so I can see what a Pokeball looks like. Because my daughter will be devastated if I paint the Pokeball wrong. So, can I make you guys a little bit taller? I feel like I'm like bending over like this a little bit. Hi, Hannah from Texas. We're in Texas. We used to live in Texas and we love Texas. It's like my husband's dream to get back to Texas. So, we came home. Utah is home. It's where both my husband and I grew up. We came home to help out my mom, who's not super well. So, but he has this goal in his life of getting back to Texas someday. Near Houston. Oh, Rebecca from Maine. Okay, I have to tell you like this like ridiculous thing my husband and I have going on about Maine. When we were first married, I'd ask him where he wanted to go, and he was like, "I really want to go to Maine." And I'm like, "Why? Why Maine? Like of all the things, like, do you want to eat lobster? Do you want to, why Maine?" He'd always be like, "I've never met anyone from there. I'm not sure it exists." And I'd be like, "Seriously? Like." Weirdest conspiracy theory ever, honey. He was So it's this long running joke that we need to go to Maine to prove that it exists. Okay, I am going to be taking pictures as we go. Maybe. Uh-oh. I'm missing my sync to my flash. Well, maybe that puts a pin in that idea. Oh well. I was going to be taking pictures as we went so that I could post a post about it, but I don't know if that's going to happen now because I don't see the thing that syncs my camera to my lights. Guys, I feel like I'm running in slow motion today. It's like so my husband had his work party at an amusement park last night, and they rented out the whole amusement park, but you know, they have to rent it out like when it's not open to the public. So they rented it out last night, and it was from 5 to 10, and apparently I'm an old person who can't stay up late anymore. Don't like this. Okay, maybe I'll do it with my other camera. This one does a little better in lower light. This is my mirrorless, which I adore. Have you guys ever worked with a mirrorless camera? It's kind of amazing. Seriously, it is kind of amazing. Okay. I feel like you guys are so far away from me now. I have to. East Texas. Oh, cool. Rebecca says she hates lobster now. We don't get lobster that often, so for us it's still a fun treat. But okay, so we are gonna do a Pokeball and a donut. So let's get started. This I stuck. We're gonna need pliers for that. Okay, so I've just kind of got like a hot pink. It's called Pink Parfait. And we are going to start with this on our donut. We actually, when we lived in Texas, we lived in Harlingen. I know a lot of people haven't heard of that. So usually the thing that people have heard of that I can say is that we lived super close to South Padre Island, which was a blast. We spent a lot of time on the island. It's a beautiful place, except you avoid it like the plague during spring break time, because then it's got all the crazy college students. This does not want to come off. So this, for the donut, you want a smaller, squatty pumpkin, and that's looks a little bit more donut shaped. And then for the Pokeball, you just want a normal pumpkin. I'm using a white pumpkin, so I only have to paint half of it, but you could use a regular pumpkin and paint it white and red. So totally up to you. I'm just doing what's easier. Just making sure I'm not missing anything from you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a foam brush and dip it in our pink, and we're going to paint the top of this pumpkin pink. And you're going to want to get it kind of like, actually, I think I might need a regular brush, guys. It's a little more difficult to paint the kind of curved. You want to kind of go down and down, kind of make a wavy edge about halfway down the pumpkin. So do that all the way around the pumpkin. That will kind of give you your basis point of where to start filling in. So just wavy, round and round and round you go. And then you're just going to fill that in. So you can totally do this with real pumpkins. I'm doing it with fake because I kind of have a thing going on where I'm going to fill my porch with pumpkins over the years. Of course, the crappy part about that is then I have to figure out a place to store them. So just kind of go around, paint that top part This is the frosting. We might paint the bottom brown to make it a little more donut-like. I think we'll do that. Okay, pumpkins definitely need more than one coat of paint because, I mean, they're orange. Orange is a bright color. We're going to get that top paint coat on the pumpkin. So now we've got a top coat of, ooh, got this stem a little pink, but that's okay. Okay, so our first coat of pink on the donut pumpkin. The next thing we need to do, that's why we're doing 2 pumpkins today instead of just 1, is because they need drying time. Sorry, I can't. Rebecca says they're changing. The fall leaves are changing. Oh, that's like my favorite time of year. It hasn't quite happened where we are. But then it means it's going to be super snowy, and then life is sad a little bit because snow. Okay, so we are going to get started on our Pokeball. This one is just for my daughter and her Pokemon obsessed life. So I've got this white pumpkin here, so I don't have to paint the bottom white because it's already white. But you do need some masking tape. And it's easier when you're doing it on a pumpkin. It's easier to do it in strips. That will make it straighter. So about halfway down the pumpkin, you're going to go ahead and mask tape around, and then you're going to tape another line. This is going to be your the black part, the middle part of the Pokeball. I'll show you here in just a second. Make sure you're getting in those grooves. And it's more important for the line to be straight than your tape to be straight. Does that make sense? Okay, do you see how I'm taping the bottom and then taping on top there so that I've got a line but with no tape in the middle? That's what you're going for. Okay. So you're kind of eyeballing the tape and making sure it stays straight, which is hard because you're working on a curved surface. But the nice thing is the tape is really going to move with you, so you can kind of make it do what you want. But can you see how there's like all sorts of bumps in my tape and things like that? We don't need the tape to be straight. We just need the line to be straight. So move the tape where you need it to go is the moral of the story. So just taping. And if it's not perfectly straight, I don't think anyone's really going to notice because it is a curved surface, which is what makes it a pain in the booty. Okay. See, that one started to go down a little bit, so we're going to move it back up. So this is why it's easier definitely to do it in strips than in one long piece, because it's going to move. Okay. You guys have Pokemon obsessed kids or just me? Definitely have the Pokemon fever in our house. My older daughter, who is almost 9, is a little obsessed. Okay. We got the bottom one done. Now we just need to do the top one. Keeping it straight, sort of ish. It's not perfectly straight, and that's gonna be okay. Okay, so now we've got the pumpkin taped. Now we're ready for our next step. We are going to paint that center stripe black. So grab yourself a paintbrush, grab yourself some black paint, and get to town. Go to town. Okay. I should probably not be wearing my favorite jeans for this. Oh well. They are fascinating me. So the nice thing about black paint is it goes on so well that you usually don't need a second coat, especially on a white pumpkin. It covers really well. So just go ahead and paint that center stripe around black. All the way around. Are you guys excited for Halloween? I am like ridiculously excited for Halloween this year. We are doing a group, we always do a group costume. My family does. Which I don't know how many more years I'm going to be able to talk my kids into it. But right now they're still into it. So this year we're doing Nightmare Before Christmas. And I'm so excited. It's going to be super cute. So my littlest daughter, who is 3, is going to be Jack because she's obsessed. We have this dress made for her. It's so cute. I'm so excited. Okay. Black stripe all around the pumpkin. So we have this dress made for her by this super cool lady that I found on Etsy. And yeah, it's going to be cute. So she's going to be Jack, and then my older daughter is going to be Sally. And then I'm going to be the Boogie Boys. So I'm going to dress like Shock, and I'm trying to figure out how to bring Lock and Barrel with me. And then my husband's going to be Santa Claus. So I'm super excited to see if you guys are making comments. I don't want to miss any questions or anything. So after you paint that black, you're just going to go ahead and make the top red. So after we peel the tape off, you're going to have to put a little bit more red on, but just right now paint towards the tape. So do you guys do themed costumes? We do one every year. And I love doing it, but I'm sure one year my kids are gonna rebel and not want to do a themed costume anymore. So last year we did newer Star Wars. So we did C-3PO and BB-8 and Rey. And the year before we did older Star Wars. So we did R2-D2 and Darth Vader, and my older daughter was Ahsoka. She loves Ahsoka. And then the year before that, oh, my girls were Elsa and Anna. I didn't make my husband dress up because he was like, are you seriously going to make me be Kristoff? Like, I was like, oh, I guess not. So they were Elsa and Anna. And then the year before that, we did Avengers. So I was Black Widow, and my daughter was Captain America, and my husband was Nick Fury. So that was fun. And then I'm trying to remember what else we've done. Yeah, Halloween's kind of like an obsession with me. Like, I love, not the spooky part of Halloween. Like, I'm not big into haunted houses and stuff like that, but I love the whole dress up and, you know, that kind of fun stuff. So we have a lot of fun. Next year, I really want to do the Sanderson sisters and have, you know, from Hocus Pocus, and have my husband be the Billy the Frankenstein, but I'm not sure if he's going to go for that. He's not so much into like the makeup, so I have to be like careful which character I pick for him. Okay, so we've got our first coat of red on there and our black stripe. We're going to go ahead and add another coat to our pink donut pumpkin. So I think the real pumpkins paint a little bit better, but then obviously you have to throw your work away at the end of the season. So I have an entire bin of pumpkins that I've made that we store to put on our porch. And then I don't usually put them all on my porch until Halloween day because I don't want them ruined. But then we fill the whole porch up with pumpkins and that's fun. There we go. The pink is covering so much better this second coat around. It's just such a light color. Okay. See, my second coat's looking good. I'm going to grab a brown and I think we're going to do... As I paint my carpet. Don't tell my husband. Just kidding, I'm not sure if he would care that much. Okay. That's not that bad. Okay, I'm going to grab a brown. There we go, kind of a tan. This is Classic Caramel is this color. So we're going to put this on the bottom of the pumpkin just to give it a little bit more donut look. I see some comments. Let me figure out what you guys are saying. Okay. So we're going to grab this brown, it's kind of caramely color. We're going to put this on the bottom of this donut pumpkin. Sorry, I'm working out any. There was a couple of spots where the pink was kind of globby. So I'm just working out the globbiness. Okay, that's looking a little bit better on our pink pumpkin. Let's grab another brush. I really like this stiff brushes. I feel like they're easier to control, especially on a small surface like this pumpkin. Kind of makes, I'm not sure I like the orange mixed with this caramely color. Okay. Just get that caramely color on the bottom. I think this one will definitely look better after 2 coats. Get that drying, and then we'll go back to our Pokeball. We are making no carved pumpkins. So today we are making a donut, which is what I've got in my hand right now. Just kind of a fun little creation. And we are making a Pokeball. So there's something for our Pokemon lovers and people who aren't big Pokemon lovers. We can cover a little bit of both today. So in the past, let's see, in the last few weeks, we've done an Elsa and Anna pumpkin. We've done Hedwig and Harry Potter. We've done Mickey and Minnie. We've done Jack and Sally. We've done Nemo. I want to say there's one more. Nemo and... So I've got those all up on my YouTube channel if you want to be able to go and see those. I will link to my YouTube channel in the comments for you here in just a second. Okay, so now we're going to add the second coat of red. Here, I'm going to go link to my YouTube channel for you so you guys can see those. So we've got Nemo. And who was the last one? We've got a bunch of... pumpkins that we've been doing. So Harry Potter, Mickey and Minnie, Jack and Sally, Elsa and Anna. I don't remember, guys. There's another one. It exists. I don't remember what it is, though. Okay. So I'm going ahead and I'm giving... That's the link to my YouTube channel if you want to be able to check out any of the other pumpkin designs. I've also got a couple of posts on them. I haven't blogged all of them yet, but I'm working on it. So let me grab those for you. I've got the Mickey and Minnie pumpkins, which turned out so cute. And then the frozen pumpkins are up so far. So there's Mickey and Minnie. And there's Frozen. So you can see some of the other pumpkins we've been working on in the past. I just popped them up there for you. Now let's go ahead and put the second coat on. I'm going to take a picture of this little donut pumpkin. And then let's get the second coat of red up on our Pokeball. That second coat really makes a difference. It's really what makes it start to look red versus streaky. So do you guys do no carved pumpkins? Is this just kind of like a... Is this something you guys do that... Because I hate carving pumpkins. We carve them every year. And I always end up cleaning out the guts for everybody because my kids don't want to touch the pumpkin guts. And I stink at carving, so it actually works better for me to just clean out the guts. But my husband always does really good. Like he did an Oogie Boogie pumpkin last year that was super cute. And he did a Minion pumpkin last year that was super cute. His dad is super into carving, so I guess that's like something that's like in his blood that he's gotten. Okay, so now we've got... I'm going to go all the way up to the stem here, guys. We don't want the little white of the pumpkin showing. Okay. We've got a second coat on that Pokeball. That's drying. Let's go ahead and spread out some of this caramel colored. I think we definitely needed the caramel color on the bottom. I think it really helps it look more like a donut. So I'm just spreading some of this out. And then I'm going to grab the pink brush and fill in a couple places where the caramel... I didn't want to cover up the pink at all with the caramel color, so... pulling down any that are kind of globby or extra paint. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this tape off this pumpkin right now. It's still wet. If you want to be like super careful and safe, wait till it's completely dry, but we don't have that kind of time today. Yeah, tape did not tape as much as I wanted it to, because it's the surface is so curved. But that's okay. We can fix. We can fix. Did I get all that tape off? Okay. So now that you've got the tape all off, you need to pull the red all the way down to the black. And the black, you'll be able to cover up some of those oops. Yes, I did a Jack Skellington. For sure. My kids are uber super Nightmare Before Christmas crazed. They just love Jack. It's so funny, I had never seen it before before I had kids. And my husband showed it to my toddler once last Halloween, and ever since then it's been a thing. He just like kind of showed, he's like, oh, I watched this as a kid, I think maybe you'll like it, and showed it to her. And then like that was the thing that she every day was like, I want to watch Jack, and she can sing you the songs. We had her dressed up in her Halloween costume 2 days ago, because it had just come from the lady from Etsy, and we wanted to make sure that it fit and everything was good, and she was singing like the song Jack's Lament from the show, dressed as Jack, and it was so kind of fabulous. Okay. We are gonna have to do some more touching up. When I did Nemo stripes with tape, it worked really well. This one just didn't work quite as well. Okay, so we've got it down to, it's looking Pokeball-ish, down to the tape. I'm gonna grab a thing of white somewhere over the rainbow. That's right. And we're gonna touch up some of this black. So a lot of this is gonna be touching up. So that runs down into my pink. Oh well. So just kind of go over your white and touch it up. I mean, over the black, anywhere the black has run a little bit, and touch it up with white. Okay, we're gonna let that dry and do some more touching up. Let's work on our donut. Oh, I see some comments. Your 4-year-old loves that movie. Yeah, I was so surprised, because I thought it was kind of, I mean, it's not really a scary movie, but it's a little bit creepy. And so when my kids really took to it, I was kind of surprised that like that was of course, I feel like my kids like weird movies. Do your kids like weird movies? You know the movie, my kids love Tim Burton. They beg to watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They beg to watch Coraline, which, by the way, Coraline is creepy. That is a creepy movie. But they beg to watch Coraline. They beg to watch... What else do they beg to watch? They still haven't seen Corpse Bride. But they definitely are fans of Tim Burton. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm trying to remember the other ones. Coraline. They also love Hocus Pocus. They watch Hocus Pocus all year round. So that's why I'm super excited. I'm hoping I can convince them to be the Sanderson sisters next year. My older daughter wants to be Sarah, the blonde. And I think I'll be Winnie. So I really want to make, I can't remember what the other sister's name is right now, but I really want to make my younger daughter the sister that rides the vacuum, and then have her bring a vacuum around. Or maybe just for pictures. Be the pain in the butt to bring the vacuum for trick-or-treating. Okay, so here we go. Brown on the bottom, pink on the top. We're ready for some sprinkles. Shoot, and I got more paint on my carpet. Luckily it comes up. Not a big deal. Okay, what color we want? We want some white sprinkles, probably some blue. Let me grab a blue. This blue will work. So I think we're gonna do white, blue, and red for sprinkles. Okay, let's get a little bit of blue on our plate here. Just a little bit, you don't need a ton. And you're gonna grab kind of a smaller brush that you want something smaller so you have a little bit more control over it. And you're just gonna kind of make kind of a long line on there. The blue looks really good. I think it definitely needed blue sprinkles. That was kind of a thick sprinkle. So kind of change your angle, make some of them vertical, some of them horizontal. Add those blue sprinkles. So can you see those blue sprinkles? Okay, next we are going to add some white sprinkles. So same deal. This brush is a lot thicker than I think I wanted. Okay, so add a few white sprinkles, and then we are going to add some red, just for fun. Yeah, red is definitely the other color it needed. So we're almost done with the donut. Turned out super cute. Really love it. So make sure you change your direction so it looks more like it was sprinkled on. If you put them all the same direction, it's going to look like okay, there we go. What do you guys think of the donut? It turned out super cute. I'm trying to not touch the bottom so that, there we go. There's our donut pumpkin. So we're going to let that dry and we're going to finish up our Pokeball. Okay. Let me grab something that we need. Awesome. Okay, so let's finish our Pokeball. Our donut turned out super cute. I love it with the red and the blue sprinkles. I wish the white were a little bit thinner. I might thin those out a little bit as it dries. But no big deal. It's still super cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and touch up. Keep touching up this Pokeball. I'm going to end up adding a little bit of white on the bottom to make the touch-ups look a little bit more natural. And I think that's going to be totally fine. So I'm just pulling down the touch-ups a little bit just to make them look a little bit more natural. Need more white paint. white is touching up really well, guys. I think it helps that it is a white pumpkin. Okay, so I'm just touching up the bottom. Then we're going to touch up the top again, and then we'll add the little circle thing. Oh, I lost my picture of Pokeball on my computer. I might need to go pull that back up. The white is working really well. I'm liking this a lot. Okay, just keep pulling down some white to help make your touch-ups look a little bit more natural. There we go. Sweet. It's looking great. Okay, so our bottom is looking great. You see the bottom? It's looking great. Okay, I'm going to grab a different... This one ended up with a little bit of black on it, so it's not doing exactly what I want it to. There we go. So just touching up the top here. The red did not cover very well, so it definitely needed a few coats. I'm not sure why that is. When the white covered great, which you would expect it to be the other way around. Okay, just touching up that red on top. Okay, now we've got, I think this will probably be our front right here. Okay, so we've got a Pokeball, and now we just need the little circle thing. You know what I'm talking about? The front of the Pokeball. Let me pull up my Pokeball picture again really fast. Okay, hang on. Let me find a different Pokeball. I think this is one that someone drew. You don't ever know how accurate it is. Okay, so we need just like a round white circle that we're going to stick on the front of our Pokeball pumpkin. I'm going to grab a piece of cardstock, I believe. Okay, that is plain paper. I need cardstock. That doesn't feel that heavy. I want something a lot thicker than that. Let's see. That'll work. Maybe? No? Okay, so I've got some kind of thick, glossy white paper here and some scissors. We are going to make that front. I'm actually just going to use the bottom of one of the paint bottles as the template and grab a pencil and trace it. Okay, so now I've traced that. We're going to cut it out. Okay, so I'm going to cut it out. 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 I'm going to cut it out So now I just have a white cutout circle right here. And when this dries, I don't want to do it beforehand because I don't want to ruin it. When this dries, we will go ahead and we will glue this on to the front of the pumpkin. I'm seeing some black in the middle of some of the Pokeballs. I don't know how accurate that